Ah, yes, that 1971 to 1985 PBS Public Broadcasting Service logo bumper. It used to give me nightmares when I was a kid. This logo has been called by the closing logo group on Yahoo one of the scariest in television history. Mainly due to the primitive animation and the Moog synthesizer jingle. In fact, the Moog jingle was what drove my nightmares along, more than the animation itself. Although, I must admit, the logo design was kind of creepy in itself. And the day it first debuted on public television, and was Monday, October 4th, 1971, 10 days before my birthday the following week, Thursday, October 14th, 1971. And 11 days later, the electric company would debut. Monday, October 25th, 1971. It can be said that the logo with its Moog jingle, it fit the closings of the programs I used to watch there perfectly. The closings of Sesame Street, The Electric Company, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, they certainly heightened the tension, waiting for this ID logo to come on. I have a vague memory when I was first living here in this area that a past female friend of mine with my diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome also had, of turning the television off when that logo would come on screen. I switched it off right at the point the Moog jingle commenced. And we both would turn it back on again, only when we felt it was safe to. Oh. It still can be intimidating after 36 years. Since it first debuted. If it were to come back today on PBS, I would keep the Moog synthesizer jingle. M-O-O-G. Who cares if this is 2007? If it got the public's attention, the viewers' attention 36 years ago, I think it still would now. Oh, talk about if it's not broke, don't fix it. The Moog jingle was composed by Paul Allen Levy, Levi. I forget. I forget if if he said he used a Moog synthesizer or not. When I talked to him on the phone about it once. I'll go along with it, with the jingle having been recorded on a Mini Moog Electric Voyager. Oh, he said he had recorded 17 versions of the jingle before the network people finally picked one. In the mid 1970s, there was an alternate piece of music used for the logo briefly. He then discarded. Well, not sure what to say now. Except I have questions. Does anybody have 16mm film of the Christmas variant of the logo that was played between programs and not at the ends of them? As I remember, there were 3 thick candles on a dining room table in those infamous colors of blue, orange, and faded green. There might have been a Christmas tree in the background with presents around it. Anyway, these letters appear one by one in cursive writing. It writes out season's greetings. Then the 3 thick candles on the dining room table will dissolve into, you guessed it, hit the letters in the PBS logo. And the blue peahead is wearing a Santa hat. Then these people from the local station would appear, wishing everyone a happy holiday season. I'd like to get a hold of that if anybody has that promo. And one other I have heard about from 1975. I forget what happens in that one. Let's see if anybody can answer this question for me. A long time ago, there was a special on PBS about how that had a segment on how the original animation team traded ideas for the graphics. The ideas were shown in cartoon, with the artists' voices in the background. Excuse me, give me a minute to get the computer artwork again. And the artists were saying in the background, the P is backwards, better turn it around. No, if you turn it around, the face will poke right against the B. They certainly succeeded at scaring a lot of youngsters in the 1970s to mid-1980s, including me. Okay. Now, stay tuned for part 2 of my monologue on the 1971 PBS I.D.